this feeling, baby, we're invincible.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Notts County. As always, if you are enjoying the save, drop a like on the video. That'd be tremendous. Today, we're going to start on a youth intake. Well, we weren't expecting a great deal, and we didn't get a great deal, to be honest. The best player we got from the youth intake this year is Lee Chambers, a right back, 16 years old, 5'10". He's got a right acceleration. Pace isn't great. Stamina's not too bad, though. Great work rate. That's the one thing that does stand out to me. His crossing and dribbling are very subpar, and he can't mark or tackle for shit. So I'm really not sure exactly what this guy would be useful for, nor am I entirely sure why he's comfortable out here when he has no left foot. Good at free kicks. Determined. I mean, he has no technical ability whatsoever, other than a little bit of free kick taking. Dear. Yeah, it's not a good crop, it'd be fair to say. I'm just going to move back to this menu so you can peruse the others briefly while we talk about some other things. Most importantly, though, Regen Sunday. Now, if you want to participate in Regen Sunday, head over to the Discord in the description. There's a link. Join the Regen chat. Drop them in there, and I will pick usually the funniest names / difficult ones to pronounce. That's what I've kind of focused on this week, as well as just some great players in here too. But I'm recording this on a Thursday today, so there might be some stuff that you would have put that would normally appear because it's on a Friday. Not there, but don't worry, there'll be next. First up on the chopping block is Ucha Gaprindashvili, a Georgian right winger who apparently has just won the Ballon d'Or. Probably the best Georgian player I've ever seen. That's awesome. Then we've got Uni Olsen, a Faroese striker with 92 caps for the Faroe Islands, and most importantly, nearly 50 goals for his country. When that country is the Faroe Islands, that's quite an achievement. Then, Bigger Baribanga. I don't think I've ever seen a name that was as close to Bigger Balongo in terms of quality as that, but I think Baribanga might just hit the biscuit. Then, Ibrahim Stalin, and I've seen the information page, and that's the guy's legit name, so weird. Then, Alfredo Sonigioi. I thought it was Sergioni, but in fact, no, that is a strange name. But there you go. An incredible Italian striker at 18 years old to already be that good. Then, Adelson Moraes, a Cape Verdean goalkeeper, I believe. No, wait, is he a goalkeeper? It's actually really hard to tell when people don't show that. No, he's a central defender. It's at the top. What am I talking about? I could have just looked at that before. Yes, he looks phenomenal. I remember we had a really good Cape Verdean goalkeeper on Polonia as well. Well, for a bit, anyway. Then, oh, Jesus. Give me a sec. Luis Randrianoman Yanahari. I love Madagascar names because they are impossible to say, but they're also kind of phonetic, so you can just have to take a deep breath. And lastly, Fat John Sulai. I mean, he's a guy called Fat John. So, if you want to participate, head over to the Regen chat. Join us over on the Discord. We've been having a bit of a rough time. Not in the last episode as such, but for before that, it was just a bad time for us, and I just felt like we were stuck in a rut and we could not get out. I felt like we'd fallen down a well and we were all awaiting on Lassie, but Lassie did not come home. But we did get that win off camera against West Brom, and it was big, and then we had the disappointment against Watford, but we did win both of our games in the last episode, and I thought, 3 wins out of 4, it looks good, and it does seem that for whatever reason, we are now back to being unplayable, and I like it, I'm just not sure why, but hey, let's go with it. I went very, very aggressive away at Newcastle to try and just see if maybe a more aggressive approach, a bit more attacking, could do the trick. And honestly, for the first part of this game, we were great. We took the lead early on through Gerda from the penalty spot. He's been phenomenal in this period. Part of the reason we've got so good is because he's woken up too. But after that, after half-time, we kind of went off the boil a little bit. Newcastle did nothing in the first half, but boy, did they come at us in the second half. Had a load of chances, and we just weren't seem to be able to deal with them. But then they got a penalty. Rafa Mir then missed that penalty, so Suarez the hero of the day, before we got ourselves an 80th minute goal to make it 2-0. The son of war grabbing himself another brace to send us through. But a 2-0 victory away at Newcastle is not something I would have predicted before, given how bad we've been for a little while. And not only that, keeping another clean sheet, which is very important for me. That's actually 3 in a row in all comps, and all of a sudden we're back onto the defensive rock train too. And this was typified by the fact that we were able to beat Manchester United 1-0. Darren Lever scored the winning goal 13 minutes into. Now, he replaced Santana, who's got a pulled hamstring, and is going to miss at least another 2 or 3 matches. So Darren Lever needs to be strong. And his scoring the winner against United is a very good way of going about that. Again, started off very strongly, frankly. Took an early lead, had a few chances in the early stages, and then kind of waned towards the end. But before, we would have... they had some chances, fair play, but we would have conceded them before, and now we're just not, and I don't know what's changed to make us suddenly not concede the chances, but we're not. And another clean sheet, another home win, and this is the win we could have really done with in that Carabao Cup semi-final. Not so great on the possession side of things, and I think they were definitely good value for more than the defeat. But I think the biggest example of just how much we are back into things is this 3-0 trashing away at Leicester City. Just an absolute goal fest from us. I mean, look at Guerra's performance in this game, though. This is one of the best performances I've ever seen from a striker. He scored twice, which is great. Assisted one as well, which was for Remy Dubois to score his 3rd of the season. But you could see, set up 3 chances, had 4 key passes himself as well. Everything was just going through him, and it was beautiful. The ball for the first Guerra goal, Lever, I think it was, just dumped one over the top and bam, smashes it into the bottom corner. Very similar to the position he was in against Chelsea, which he missed, but he managed to slide it home this time and actually scored one. So it was good to see Darren Lever grab himself an assist. Stepanek played extremely well as well. Most of our creative play in this game, as you can see, came from further up the pitch. The wingers and the strikers were really the ones doing all the work in this one, and thank God we got into that 3-0 lead so early. We definitely tailed off a bit in the second half again because of the higher intensity, but Leicester offered absolutely nothing, and a 3-0 win there is a really strong result. Admittedly, they are 17th in the league, but I would not have expected this result 2 episodes ago. I would have thought this would have been a draw at best, but now we really do look back. Not conceding goals, we're suddenly scoring goals again. I really don't know what's changed. That win against West Brom, catharsis, catalyst, gone. Brilliant. But I still wish things weren't quite as temperamental as that. But we are in an incredibly strong position now. There's 8 games to go, and we are 5 points above Manchester United and Arsenal. We have a really good shot now at getting into the Champions League. Guerra now has 18 goals in the league and 14 assists. He has contributed to 32 of our goals this season. Insane. I think he got 17 in total last season. Let me just have a little look while we're here. Yeah, 17 goals in 32 league games last season and 11 assists. This year, he's got 1 more goal in 2 less games and 3 more assists, but also 5 more Man of the Match awards in there too. He has really stepped up, and I hope we can sign him on a new contract in the summer, because that would be dope. Oh, total side note, FA Cup today against Liverpool. Chelsea beat Derby 8-0. 8-0! Like, Jesus, guys. Like, stop. They're already dead. Sounds kind of weird as well, but I think having Dubois back from his suspension has made a big difference too. Like, we were good against Newcastle, but not great, but got a bit fortunate. Good against Manchester United, but again a bit fortunate, but much better against Leicester because Dubois was back. But, as you can see, Asman suspended, Jespersen suspended, Santana out, Stepanek out. It's not a good. So bad is the situation that I just had to turn on our under-23 squad here, because that's how few players we have available because of injuries and suspensions right now. Dubois and Silla in the midfield, yeah, that's how I would do. Lancaster will come in on the right. Fernandez, actually, he seems like he could probably play. I would probably be tempted to play Zubizarreta instead, just to keep him fresh, because Jean Carlos is injured. We've got so many injuries. So the bench is going to be Brendan Milnes, Dybala, Piszczek, the Polish lad I showed you in the summer, Nielsen, Keskin, Cesano, and Jeppe Harder. Jesus, guys. Actually makes me kind of wonder if we should... Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah, sorry. I started like this against Leicester as well, and you can see that it works. I'm tempted to just kind of go with it for this game too, because it's the FA Cup, and why the hell not? I'm not sure bare bones even quite cuts the mustard for what we've got, particularly our bench. Well, we've actually had the ascendancy in the opening 10 minutes, amazingly. Guerra's ball in. Headed away, and Lancaster gets the strike away, and it's been all Notts County so far. This high press is really having an effect here. Alberto. The creative players are still where they were. Ball across, and Lancaster puts it wide. Shouty. Ooh, takes it short. Oh, no. Big save from Suarez. Liverpool have the best chance of the game, but the game is very, very even considering the personnel that we've got out there, in all honesty. Screw it, we're going back to an old favourite. Ernesto Sassano hasn't played in a very, very long time for the first team, but he is back into the fold today, and he's going to need to be. And that will surely be a goal. Oh, that was a really good effort, actually. Pelotta, we should really be able to deal with this here, but I'm concerned that they'll just let him... Hi. Number 14. What are you doing? Okay, ball in. Headed... Oh, surely not. What a save. I'm surprised they've done that, in all honesty. I actually think they'd kind of stymied us with the way they were playing before, but now we might actually be able to go back to what we were doing. Bit of space. Zubizarreta brings it down for Silla. Okay. Guerra makes the run. He's in behind here. He's through. That was the chance to win us the FA Cup match. Like, he's literally had the chance there. I still don't get why they can't score those, but he hasn't. We wouldn't have deserved the win if we got it, by the way. But it would have just kind of gone to show all the things I've been saying lately. If we could take them to penalties, that would be quite something. Just because that's complete... Oh, God. I'm hoping he'll shoot because it'll be such a tight angle. Yeah. Look at the ratings our defenders are getting, by the way. Milnes. Alberto. He's giving him a bit of space. Guerra! Oh, my God. Again. And it's gone for... Yeah, we go. Milnes. Guerra's picked it up. 30 seconds. I don't know if he's going to be able to do much with it here. He's found nobody. Pelotta. Uh-oh. Dude's in. Get your blocks in, lads. Forbes is surely too wide. Great save. And dude, and what a bloody save. It's like the opposite of when we were on the losing run, where nothing we did would ever result in a goal. And now it's the exact opposite of that. Right, well, penalties it is. Dude steps up, scores. Guerra comes up and puts it in the back of the net. I mean, if we win this on penalties, my God. Haffers, into the bottom corner. Silla now. Oh, only just gets it in, but we're maintaining parity. Alexander-Arnold. And it's into the bottom corner. Youngster Nicholas Nielsen, I feel like he's going to miss. No, he puts it in. Fair play. Frankie de Jong. And it's saved by Suarez. Oh, surely not. Remy Dubois, one of our best players this season, can give us a massive advantage here. Go on, Remmers. And he slides it home. Notts County have the lead in the penalty shootout. Liverpool missed this, they're out. I don't believe this. And he's not saved it. Okay, we've got someone to be a hero. Who is it going to be? Alberto steps up. Come on, lad. Yes, I do not bloody believe it. That is completely unfair on Liverpool in every single way. I don't mean to sound like a broken record on this, and I appreciate that me bringing it up so much, but like, do you see the disparity in the fact that all of a sudden teams now cannot score against us, whereas before it was the exact opposite of that, basically? Fair play, I guess, to the defenders, but Jesus Christ. Right, a Premier League game now. Right then, we're back. We had quite an extended break in between because there was an international break, and I hadn't realised that before deciding to set this up as the double live com. I played the aggressive approach against Newcastle away, and we won. I played it against Leicester, and we won. I played it against Liverpool, and we somehow muffed our way through that. We played the normal approach against Manchester United at home, and we got the win. But today, I think we need to go to the more aggressive approach and just go all guns blazing and hope that this... The nice witch doctor, we've got the good witch now. We've got Glenda on our side. Hopefully, there'll be some more players back. Stepanek's back. Jean Carlos is back. Lever's still here, of course. Alberto. Jesperson's back, but Celso's now out, suspended. But we've got Dubois and Celso in the middle. Suarez, Fernandes is back. I think this is a much stronger lineup than we were able to put out against Liverpool. So hopefully we can keep this ridiculous run going. But it has to come to an end at some point, and I feel like today might be that day. But hopefully it won't send us onto another downward spiral. But I'm going to ask you this anyway. I'm going to need some more creative insults for Thomas Stepanek, just to make sure that he doesn't slip away. So drop those in the comments now. The more creative, the better. We're currently third in the form standings, which is exactly what I like to see. But today is super duper important. Because we've got our next game is against Brighton, but it's at home, which means it's a really good chance to win. And Guerra, oh my Gideon, that's surely the fastest ever goal in this save. Jose Lelson Guerra has just put us in front after what can only be described as, I think, 16 seconds on the clock. We'll get to find out. Dubois puts one straight into space for Darren Lever, who's got a few assists on his game this year. This is a really nice little cross, actually. A nice low one. Guerra gets across there, and it crosses the line at 16 seconds into the match, and we lead at Villa Park. The perfect start. That's not to say that it can't all go wrong now, but as things stand, we'd go third in the Premier League. Considering where we were, that is quite the step up, and Darren Lever's got off to a flyer today, and that's probably where he gets sent off and immediately ruins the day. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Are you for real? Why would you do that? The red cards make no sense sometimes. Like, what would possess a player that's just given us the lead, or just created the assist to give us the lead at Villa Park, to just randomly hack someone down 3 minutes into the game and get sent off? What would be the point of that? Pinto. And well won by Fernandes. He's brought it down for Asman. Ball over the top for Guerra. Can he finish it off again? Yes, he can. It's 2-0 at Villa Park. And where has this sudden finishing ability come from? We're 2-0 up with 10 men. Guerra's grabbed 2 in the opening 8 minutes, and we're down to 10 men. This is excellent play from both Fernandes to knock this into Asman, but for him to actually... Oh, what about that? The pirouette to look up and find Guerra. I did not expect him to finish that, but he scooped it over the goalkeeper, and we're 2-0 up away at Villa. What is this game? Guerra, not going to get that, but Asman will... Dubois pumped one over the top of Guerra's in again. He's not going to be able to make it 3. I don't see. Nah, not quite. But still, he's making all kinds of dangerous runs. I think I just need to keep the pressure on them today. And Jean Carlos! Oh my God, that could have been 3. Because there's going to be gaps in behind when they push out like that. Particularly as we're missing that attacking midfielder. It's going to put a lot of extra stress on the other players. Benyon. He should be in a good spot to just make a tackle here. Oh God, no. The angle's too tight. They're shooting from toe tight angles. And yeah, Stings. Oh, he's done Fernandes. And now we've got a chance because he's going to just slip this inside to Benyon. And Malaka's going to just shoot, and it's a great save again from Suarez. They're shooting from too far away. So they've had more total shots than us, but we both hit the target the same amount, and we've had a lot of chances in this first half. But creatively, we've been excellent. Jorginho, don't you dare let them have one from a set piece. Keep this stuff back. Oh God. Benyon. Great save by Suarez again. And the longer we can go without conceding the first one to Villa, the more chance we've got, basically. That's the way I'm looking at this. Stings. Oh God, look at the space for Nketiah, and again he's put it wide. And we've won it with Asman. Is there a chance for us? We haven't had one for a while. He's probably just going to end up shooting in the end, I expect. So it's around the side for Guerra, and a great save. That was so poor. I really need to make a change, but it's not going to make any difference yet. I'm very concerned that they're going to score on this play because I haven't been able to make this change. And Eddie Nketiah gets one back for Aston Villa. Yeah, they switched to 3-4-3, and because of that, god damn, you could always tell it was coming. But to be fair, they've deserved it. And this is the first time for a while I've actually felt under real pressure while playing as 10 men. Right, we're doing it. We're doing 10 minutes of just defensive work right now. We've switched the other tactics so that we're dropping the line a bit deeper as well to try and prevent them from getting behind us with those guys. And we're going to time waste. Can we do it? Blocked for a corner. 3 minutes to go at Villa Park. A win here would be huge for our season, particularly as Palace have just made it 2-0 over Chelsea. Lancaster wins a header. Montero, get your blocks in, lads. They're brilliant. Don't let him turn, for the love of Christ. And now they've got a huge gap in between, and it's a wonderful block from Alberto. We've got to get through 1 more minute of this. This has been a very long recording. 30 seconds to go here at Villa Park. Do not lose your heads now. Benyon. It's gonna. Oh no, long range strike. Oh, tips over by Suarez, and that might well have done it. If we could just survive the corner. This is their last chance. Do not concede. Jorginho's ball in. Headed away by Silla. Yes! Aston Villa 1, Notts County 2. Guerra's early goal, Darren Lever's early ridiculousness managed to get us the victory in the end. Oh, that was a squeaky bum time kind of game, but we still managed to come out with the win. This team are on a roll. My God. I've been recording for an hour. I don't know how this is going to fit in 20 minutes. Right then. Jesus Christ. That's 7 in a row now. Like, where has this come from? Is that one tiny thing? Just send you off. Right, so I'm going to do the semi-final off camera. And we're going to try and come back for these games, because if we go out, then it won't matter. But if we obviously go through, then there might have to be some slight changes, and we'll do like Tottenham and the FA Cup fun if we somehow get through to it. I'm just not sure how to break this up currently. But that's, I think, the best way to go about doing it. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you have, we've had some really, really exciting matches, regardless of the actual results on them, even though they were in our favour. Drop a like, that'd be awesome. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. And as always, hold your gun, capybara. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.